A couple of weeks ago, we attempted to beat all of the 90 story mode stages in Super Mario Maker 2 without touching a single coin. How many did we beat? Well, you'll have to check the video out to know it. But at the end of that video, I mentioned that Mario Maker 2 also had special story mode stages, all given out by different characters such as Undodog, Yama, Mura, Sound Frog, and a couple more. Well, today we are going to be playing those 30 special stages to see how many we can beat without touching a single coin. The rules are simple. We are going to be playing all of the special stages in the story mode one after another, and we are going to avoid touching a single coin when possible. You see this lovely coin counter at the top? We'll try to keep it at 0 at all times. Grabbing the flagpole when finishing a stage in Mario Maker 2 grants us dirty coins, but we'll ignore those ones for the challenge. Just like in the original video, using the Luigi assist blocks will be considered cheating and will not be allowed. Now that everything has been set, let's see how many levels can be completed without a coin. Here we go. Undodog has 3 jobs for us, so let's see what we can do with those. Job number 1 has a clear condition that restricts us from using the claws in the level, and to be fair, I'm okay with this, as there are tons of coins up there where those claws are. You'll soon reach a problematic part over here. You're supposed to move up on those ice blocks, but there are 4 coins waiting to be collected on top of them, and sadly we cannot simply land in between those coins as Mario's hitbox is way too big. Plus, the blocks are made out of ice, so you'll always be sliding a little bit left or right, forcing you to collect a coin. This one is not possible. Job number 2 forces us to hop aboard a dry bones shell and move up and down with the poison water to go through some narrow passages. As you'll soon see, there are tons of coins meant to show you the way. The problem is, the way is now blocked by those ugly coins. I tried fitting in between all of those bad coins, but there's literally nothing you can do in here. Sorry guys. Job number 3 has a clear condition that prevents us from jumping, and right at the start, you'll see this. And even if we decided to jump and see how far we could make it coinless, we'll soon reach this pipe that we can't go into without touching those ugly coins. Ugh, what a shame. I'm sorry, doggy, but I couldn't do a single one of your job coinless. Let's go see Mr. Eraser and hopefully we'll do a better job with him. Job number 1 gives you a shell helmet, or a shellmet, and wants you to use those to destroy the flying lava bubbles in this room. It's not that difficult to do so, but you'll still have to be a little bit careful, because there's a big flying 10 coins amongst the lava bubbles, so make sure to avoid touching it. Make this very precise jump near the end above the 4 deadly coins, and this level will be done. Job number 2 wants you to use the many thwomps to kill some spinies and clear the condition. Sadly, to make those thwomps move left and right, you'll have to go down in their faces, and to do so, well, you have to go through one of those 2 coin barrier. Ugh. I tried moving as close as I could to them, but none of the thwomps move until you actually get down there, so yeah, this level is not possible. Job number 3 is titled Target a Single Pom-Pom. And yeah, it describes this level perfectly. All you have to do here is to enter this box and defeat the Mad Laddit. The fight is pretty easy and doesn't contain a single coin. Once Pom-Pom is defeated, make sure to walk peacefully under this big 30 coin thingy, and this will be done. Let's go meet Partrick the Brick and try to beat his jobs coinless. Job number 1 is full of exclamation point blocks, and you'll need to hit them to create paths to go up. Don't hit those question mark blocks though, as they do contain the dirty coin. There's going to be a couple of coins on your path, so you'll always have to be careful moving up. This part here does contain multiple coins, and at first it kinda looks impossible, but it turns out you can actually slide on the wall over there to dodge those 3 pesky coins. You'll also want to be Small Mario for this wall jump section there if you really want to make it out alive and coinless. But besides that, well, this level is pretty easy. Job number 2 takes place in the dark in some narrow hallways, and it is full of evil coins as well. The problem with this stage is that you have to go down that path at the beginning, and as you fall down, you'll be forced to collect tons of evil coins. and that's not really cool. Job number 3 starts off with a pretty scary jump you have to make to enter that pipe. It's scary, yeah, but it is also possible, so we're good. There are going to be a couple more coins on your path, but most of them are easy to avoid. Make sure to avoid this lay epic troll thwomp that comes out of nowhere. Once you ride it to the top, you'll reach, well, the end for this level. Why would you put coins there, Nintendo? That's not cool, my dudes. So it wasn't that bad for Partrick, but hopefully we can help out Soundfrog even better and beat all of his jobs coinless. Job number 1 is an underwater stage taking place at night, in the dark, and is full of cheeps. Are you serious? Normally, you'd want to hit those question mark blocks to light up the path, but we have to avoid collecting coins, so we'll not be able to use those light blocks. You'll want to be extra careful when navigating those dark waters, as they're full of evil coins on the way. While going down the slope over there, make sure to swim above the coins, cause apparently you touch them if you just walk down for some reason. Once that difficult part is over, grab the flagpole and you'll be good. Job number 2 forces you to stay in the water at all times, so touching the ground is out of the question. There are going to be a couple of coins and big coins on the way, but thankfully, with the water level moving up and down, there's always a way for you to avoid touching those pesky coins. Job number 3 is not so bad at first, allowing you to swim in between the coins. Sadly, you'll eventually reach this part where you need to hit an on-off switch and it is surrounded by coins. After that, you'll need to go up this path that is filled with more coins. Ugh, what a shame. Well, thank you for the job, Soundfrog. Sorry about that last job I couldn't do coinless though. What? Wanna thank me anyways? How? By dancing? Okay, well, thank you I guess. Mura the bird is next, and job number 1 gives us a feather cape and wants us to slowly glide down while avoiding all of the obstacles on the way. And with coins that we need to avoid as well now, this is gonna be quite difficult. Oh, and did I mention that there's a clear condition that prevents you from touching the ground? No? Forget about that part? Yeah, well it's kind of important as this part here is impossible without either touching some coins or touching the floor. So, you know, we can't actually beat this stage coinless. Job number 2 has a clear condition, and it forces us to collect 50 coins to beat the stage. Yup, not gonna happen. Job number 3 is actually kind of easy to beat coinless. You have to jump from one cannonball to the next, and there are only 3 deadly coins that you'll have to avoid, so make sure to bounce under the first one, above this second one, and under the final one, and this level will be complete. Red Toad has one job for us, and in this one, we need to carry a block to the end. This block is heavy, and it also restricts your movements, so running and jumping becomes quite the task. You can thankfully drop it and pick it back up anytime you want, helping you dodge the evil coins. This part with the twisters is really annoying. If you mess up, the twister will push the block near some coins up above, and there will be no way for you to grab it back up without touching them. You'll want the twister to blow the block all the way to the right over there, and then do an epic crouch jump to land on the other side. The ending contains 2 evil coins, and at first, this looks like the end for this quest, but if you remain Small Mario for the entire stage, you can actually manage to put the block over there, and then do this very precise jump to land under the coins and bring the block back to the end. Woohoo! We did it! Green Toad also has a job for us, and it forces us to hop aboard this cloud and go in between tons of spikes and saws. But as you can see, getting on the cloud without touching a coin is not a thing that can actually be done. Yeah, sorry Green Toad. Blue Toad sends you off to rescue the poor lost Purple Toad, and saving him will be quite the problem because of those 3 evil coins over there. You'll have to do a super precise jump to reach Toad without touching the last coin on the left side, but it is actually possible to do it. Once Toad is with you, there are still going to be a couple more coins on the way, but none that will be problems if you're being extra careful. It was a super fun rescue mission, and now that Purple Toad has been saved, well, he has a couple of jobs for us. Job number 1 forces you to go up that pipe to go and defeat Spinies, and although it is possible to make your way up there by making a precise jump, you'll have to go back down that pipe to touch the flagpole once the clear condition is fulfilled, and well, you're gonna touch those coins on the way back there, so bummer. Job number 2 asks you to bounce on this piranha creeper plant to defeat it and reach the flagpole, and you'll absolutely want to do some short hops, or else you'll touch those evil coins up above. Keep jumping on the enemy and avoid this big coin and you'll be good. Job number 3 gives you a spiny helmet and wants you to break blocks and defeat enemies to get to the end. But of course, there had to be this one part where Nintendo puts unavoidable coins on the way. I'm really starting to think that Nintendo knows about my shenanigans and are trying to cancel me. It's probably because of my Mario's Not a Hero video, right? Yeah, that has to be it. If we want more jobs, we can now go see Yellow Toad. Job number 1 features some very scary jumps that you have to make in order to avoid picking up deadly coins. You also have to do those jumps a second time with Yoshi, and then a third time once you swallow the block. While this is all possible to do, the final part with those 3 coins on the bridge up there are simply impossible to dodge. We are forced to touch at least one of those, and that's not really cool. Job number 2 wants you to carry a block once again, and Mario is too tall to carry the block without touching those coins, so you'll want to turn into Small Mario for this part. Sadly, if you want to make it past this path, you'll need to enter the clear pipe while holding down the block, as you can't just simply throw it inside of it, it just doesn't work that way. This will force you to collect some deadly coins when exiting the clear pipe, and that's pretty lame. Speaking of lame things, well, job number 3 is kinda lame, as this part forces you to drop the block on the bouncing note thing, and this forces you to collect some deadly coins in the process. Oh, and the ending is also forcing you to hit some invisible blocks that give out some coins. So that level is kinda garbage. Now that we have completed tons of jobs for the little friendly toads, let's help out the brain behind the entire operation, the Taskmaster. Job number 1 is a low gravity stage, and this really helps out as there are going to be tons of evil flying coins, but it is always possible to dodge them all by being super careful. By spamming the spin jumps, you can actually skip most of the stage by hiding out of the screen up above, so this level is pretty easy. Job number 2 asks you to rescue 5 poor little toads, and you'll have to do that while navigating some very narrow hallways. Sadly, most of them contain tons of unavoidable coins, so this one will not be possible. Job number 3 starts off okay, as there isn't a lot of coins to dodge, and when there are, well, there's usually something you can bounce on to avoid touching them. You can actually make it to this first pipe without touching a single deadly coin, but once you're on the other side of it, you'll reach this next part with the car that is filled to the brim with evil coins. And with the lava that is rising super fast, you don't really have time to stop and think about avoiding coins, so this level is impossible. The princess is going to give us our last 3 jobs, and hopefully these ones will be done coinless. Job number 1 starts off with unavoidable coins right at the beginning. Seriously, Peach? I rescue you 1,000,000 times and this is how you repay me? Job number 2 wants you to save 10 toads, but this will be easier said than done, as this stage is filled with evil coins that you have to dodge. Most of the coins are not very difficult to avoid, but the fact that you have to bring toads with you makes it difficult, because if they get hit by an enemy, they turn into bubbles and move back to the beginning of the stage. This plant inside of the cloud over there is what ruins my day. It keeps killing toads over and over again, but thankfully, with a very epic short hop, you can actually avoid it, and once that is done, bringing the toads to the end will be quite easy. Job number 3 is Peach's recreation of World 1-1. Wow, how original. Sadly for us, this remake is impossible to beat without touching some coins because of this part here where you need to run super fast and bounce from one enemy to the next. Oh, and if you think she didn't plan you to take the secret path to avoid those coins, well, no, she thought about it. She's got a big brain. So, is it possible to beat the special levels from the story mode without touching a single coin? Nope, not at all. In fact, out of the 30 special stages, only 11 can be completed coinless, which is probably the worst performance in the Without a Coin series history. A lot of you guys were wondering if we could clear more levels by using Luigi's parts, and to be fair, this is actually a good question. I didn't think about it at first. So if this video gets 5,000 likes, we'll go back to all of the failed stages in Mario Maker 2 and try to beat a couple more using Luigi's help. Thanks a lot for watching this video, my dudes. If you could subscribe and hit the notification bell, it would cheer me up after this disaster of a challenge video. And smash the like button to support me. Tap the cards on screen right now for more challenge videos that hopefully went way better, and I'll see you in the next one.